Hey there, YouTube. Today I'm going to be doing a few things. The sound's going to be a little wonky because different setup, obviously, but I'm going to be building some flowers for Mother's Day. We've got a few here. We've got the sunflowers to start, then we'll be moving on to succulents, and depending on time, we also have orchids. So those are things to come. But having said that, let's go ahead and just start on into it. Alright. I know the last time I did one of these was the Harry Potter castle, which is finished. I got its own little table now. It looks fantastic. And I know I wanted to do more of this. That sound is just real loud there. But it was a matter of figuring out ideal ways to do it. Alright, so first things first, we're going to make both of the flower heads. So everything I'm doing here will be duplicated by 24, okay. So I need to do 48 of these. Which is probably all of these, honestly. Alright, let's do just some light, sorting here. Because, I mean, at this point, considering that how much of these are all going to be the exact same things. This is some people's favorite part of Lego building, is seeing the sorting of the pieces. And that's the other thing, is I wanted it to be a point where you guys could see what I'm doing, you know? Because, like, the last one, I felt didn't really give as good of a view to what I was doing as I would have liked. But it happens, you know? You're learning, you're figuring things out. I end up sorting through this whole thing just because, like, outside of this main part that I'm doing here, this is so small in comparison. Alright, so grab the last of these, and then I could basically just split these into two groups. And just like that, everything's sorted. This actually isn't too bad of a set for sorting. It is a bit bad of a set for repetitiveness. Because like I said, there's going to be 24 of each of these on each one, so we'll be doing 48 petals. Which, I mean, at least it's not like a difficult thing to do 48 of. it's just a lot. And 12. Sounds like my dog is excited. All right. And 18. We're almost halfway done. And I will, I'll stop and, like, once I get the first 24 done, I'll stop and, assemble it. Because I do want to see how it looks. And here is number 24. Right, so this does say to actually, like, adjust them so that they are opposites. So it's kind of tough to see here, but for every, oh gosh, that ring light's gonna put a glare on it. But you can kind of see how it goes like a up and down pattern. That is how it is intended to do. Where did that go? Alright. I see. We'll have to come back to that once I figure out the spacing on this. Because it looks like we're going to have two that are going to be, like, kind of wonky. Yeah, we've definitely got more space. On this side. Well, what did I mess up here? one. All right. There. And so now we have our first sunflower. So now we're going to do 24 more petals. Sorry, I'm going to flip this around because I want these to be all facing the same direction when I go to grab them. Luckily, after this should be fairly quick. And I believe of the sets that I'm going to be building today, this one will be the most repetitive. Alright, well that's half of them done. And 6, 18. We are almost through it. Now, hold on. Missing a petal somewhere. No. I have an extra orange piece. I can't count. Alright, so if we start this one there. Then around this should be 11. It doesn't have to be super tight because we figured out in the last one. This will do the other side. I've always found something so relaxing about doing Lego sets. Wrong way on that one. There we go. And there's our second sunflower. Alright, so for this next part, we will need both of these, topped with a small green circle, topped with one of these. There we go. These will go in the center of our sunflowers. Alright, we're going to need all of these now. That will be an extra piece. I'm going to go ahead and just assemble these as I'm making them because it seems pretty straightforward. It's one leaf per orange in the four corners. And then one more set. One leaf per orange in the four corners. I will say, I'm already enjoying this setup for streaming this much better than when I did the Harry Potter castle. I think I just needed to figure out something better. Alright. So this is also another pretty simple one. We're just putting two leaves on these yellow pieces that connect over. So there's one, for example. Now we will do the second one. So, for anybody watching, whether you're watching on Twitch or you're watching this later on YouTube, do you guys have any big plans for Mother's Day? You do anything special? Gonna do some kind of nice gift for your mom? Or if you're a mother yourself, hoping to get a nice gift, or maybe just get a nice day off from something. Get a spa day. Alright, well, this one's kind of... There we go. Fold that down just a little. Okay, well, I've already got these pretty much assembled. I had them stacked on top of each other for convenience. Now I just gotta push them down to finish that. And then we put these on top. And that makes our finished sunflower pieces. And so with that, we are now moving on to making the stems. So just for an idea, there's our sunflower. And here we are assembling our second sunflower. Just once more, going to push up the outer ring a little, just to kind of make it seem a little bit better in presentation. There we go. I'll just lay these there for you guys to look at, because this next part is going to be more repetitive. I say that and it's immediately actually just one thing. Alright, there's that. Let's get another one of these, and ta-da. One more on the straight one. Hey there, Phelan. Always good to see you back. Okay. This is just gonna be, yeah. Two. I'm gonna end up needing all of these. 3, 4. First stem. One, 2, 3, and number 4. And there's our second stem. Surprisingly enough, these just connect right on. And last but not least, leaves. The one thing I always didn't really care for about these flowers is these leaves, like, they're not really tight in place. So, like, you can just spin them. And, I mean, it makes it very easy to pose them, because the leaves can move around wherever. But, I wish they would be a bit more snug. Alright. 3 and 4. And there is our first set of flowers complete. Let's set that up there. And this does advertise, let me show them here, the standalone roses set, which I've gotten from my mom before, and the standalone tulips, which I have, so I bought my mom the flower bouquet for Mother's Day last year, and I added one of the 2 roses from the rose set and a set of tulips. And then I also have a bouquet for myself, which I added the other roses and another set of tulips. So the sunflowers are also probably going to be split like the roses were, just because there's getting to be so many flowers in the bouquet. That's the last response to that, that it is a bit much. Where can I put this that'll be still good for you guys to see, but not entirely in my way? We can maybe do that. Oh wow. Its instructions are heavy duty sealed. I was not expecting that. Alright. Three books worth of instructions. This is probably gonna have to go somewhere else. That might work. Okay. Just gonna set these on the ground for now. Take book one. Open bag one. And then we can get started on some succulents. I have come to love these tools as an adult. As a kid, I don't think I ever used them. As an adult, they are by far one of the best things I've ever had, especially when doing things like the art projects where it's just a bunch of little circles that you just, whenever I'm trying to remove them, like I had a setup for my Golden Sun stream, and then I changed it for my Lego Star Wars stream. I had to pry off every single little peg, and just having a tool made it so much nicer. I have a large one that's essentially this, but I think it's 6 wide instead of 2. That made it a walk in the park. Alright, so this will be our first one. These are going to come in little planters, and from what I've seen, these are modular, meaning you can arrange them in any order, and it works. Like, it's made to be kind of assorted in any way. And I like that. So you notice I'm not sorting this one. It's got a lot, just more pieces, and I'm just not going to bother with it. I know that everything I need is right here. I'll find it as I'm going. There we go. Oh, that's snug and I like it. Alright, so this is what I mean by modular here. It's going to be kind of tough to see, but you can kind of see that there's these, like, peg holes here in these bricks, so that they can be connected to each other in different formations. So, like, if you want specific ones to link up to each other, or if you want to arrange them in, like, a long bar, or if we want to arrange them in a small grouping, you could do that. So the other botanical set that I have is the Bird of Paradise, that is just beautiful. Easily, like, until these came out, easily my favorite one. I want to see what these look like before I continue to say it's my favorite one. I like these like little corner shelves. I feel like this is not a piece that I've seen before. I'm used to like these little, it's tough to see again, these little shelf-in pieces that you would stick on, and it creates like a small gap wall. But we have now these corner shelves that they're the same thing, just at an L-shaped corner. And that's neat. That could definitely be used in some creative ways. Ooh, there's also these new Lego Star Wars sets, which I know I just played Lego Star Wars on my stream. I'm sure you guys are probably a little sick of hearing about Star Wars right now because of Star Wars Day. But they're like little dioramas of scenes from the movies. Not all of them are great, but I really like the trench run from A New Hope, and the Dagobah swamp training from The Empire Strikes Back. Alright, I will say, these are fun to build, at the least. Like, no matter what's going on here, this is already just an entertaining build. It moves very quickly, which is always a plus. Because I believe I'm doing 9 of these. And they're all different. That's, like, to me, that's one of the big ones, is I want them all to be different. I don't like when it's like, hey, you're gonna build 9 things. They're all the same. So, like, get ready to repeat. It's like one of the Lego sets that I really want to get is the Roman Colosseum. It is a beautiful set. I have heard it is one of the most repetitive and boring sets to build. But it is beautiful. Wow, we're almost done with our first one here. Like all of my building streams, I once again have some music playing in the background. I don't know how well you guys can hear it, because I can't hear anything right now. Today's music is remix selections from the game Tales of Fantasia. Fantastic game. I've thought about playing it on stream a couple of times. But it is definitely a weird one. Alright, there's our first little succulent. An orange Echeveria. We'll move on to plate 2 of 3. You. Because it looks like we're going to do 3 in each book. Alright, building our base foundation once more. And the walls. Which, boy, as we build, these pieces really do dwindle fast. Right. There's our little plotter. Potter. A plotter is used for cutting vinyl. I used to do that for a living. It was not something I really thoroughly enjoyed. It wasn't bad by any means. It was definitely a acquired skill set. Like, I had to learn it, and there's definitely a level of artistry to it that I don't think I will ever have. Alright. I see what's going on here. We've made like a little interesting design. Oh, we get a pig through the top of it all. There we go. That's flush. And now we start not with those, with these. And one of you. Go. I really love these creative sets. Like, it makes something that you've actually seen in real life, so you know how to kind of compare it to what you're building. Even if it's not something that's like a real life object, if it's something that you've seen, that you have a comparison to, those are the ones that I think are the neatest. So, like, they're starting to do a lot of video game based ones. They just did a Horizon Zero Dawn Lego set that I've never played the game, but I've heard a lot of people saying, like, the detail in it is very nice. Okay. And I'll use one of these to go on the very top here, it would seem. And this is the base of what looks to be like an aloe plant. Oh gosh, that is like definitely not firm. And it tells me to stick it in. There we go. Alright, and okay. Now we're gonna do a bunch of these things. Those one a good bit easier. These are a weird piece too. I don't think I've ever seen these. I wouldn't be surprised if these were maybe part of like a Bionicle set or something, but it's like a squishy rubber instead of a hard plastic that is making up these leaves for this, yeah, it is an aloe plant. Neat. All right, 3 more and this one is done. other is hiding. Okay. So there is one. And then I would imagine that we're going to do something with these last little stick bits here, because I can't imagine this being the end of it. Yep. Called it. And one last one to finish up our aloe plant. There we go. Did you guys see that one as well? And we will start on our last for book 1. We're almost a third of the way through this, guys. This may not be a very long stream, for the simple matter of I don't know how long this will take. Like I said, I've got these 3 sets to build. I don't mind it not being a very long stream. Our last little potter base. Potter. And the last of our little shelf corners and side shelves. All right. Interesting. Oh no. I'm trying to get this piece to match how it shows in the picture, and I did not do it. And now, I don't know if I can get this piece out. I say that, I can disassemble. There we go. Alright, let me put this back together, put this back on, and now, looking at this, it wants it there. Perfect. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist like that. If it shows it looking a certain way in the diagram, I want it to match as exactly as I can. And it will bug me if it does not. Alright. And then a second of this. I don't know which one this is going to be. Oh, it looks like it's gonna be this front one here, which you guys can't really see. Oh, that matched up real nice. I like that. Okay. We got another one of... Ooh, what are you? You're like an ice cream top thing? Yeah, it's like a... looks like a dessert puff or something. It definitely doesn't look like a plant thing. But it's just being added to be kind of like a bloom. Again, just some of the really creative use of pieces in these sets. Okay. We're going to be making 8 of these. And see, like, 8 to me, yeah, it's a lot, but it's not too bad. It's not like the sunflowers where it was like, okay, make 24 twice. That's a lot. It's just so much repetition. But the sunflowers do look really nice, I have to say. I wasn't too sure how I was going to feel about them. I'm not a huge sunflower person myself. But those ones do look really good. 7. And last but not least, 8. Alright, and these are going 1 on every side. Alright, so far so good. And, oh, this is the last step. We're going to be making 8 of these. right. And our last one that will put us toward the completion of the first book, the first third of the succulents. Now we apply. And there we go. Well, so it's a connector piece there. And then this says to connect these as such. I'm gonna just, you know what, I think I can do this. Let's put these there. We'll move our sunflowers. How do I do this? Let's flip the sunflowers. How about that? There we go. That looks good. Okay, so these are all some extra little bits off to the side. I say that and immediately need two more. All right, and that is book one. So now I will grab bag number 2, and we'll get started. See my 3 base plates here. Looks like we're gonna have this big purple flower and I think the cactus? Surely not. No, can't be. Yeah, can be. We'll be the cactus. Look at all those pinks. Sounded weird saying that. Look at all those pinks. A lot of vivid colors in this. Alright. Start this one off. Seems good so far. We'll put up our little walls here. Finishing off the, once again, the little kind of potter, keep saying plotter, potter aesthetic. There we have it. What am I looking at here? this one has already taken a turn I was not expecting. I like it. I like when Lego sets do that. When you think you've got an idea of like, okay, I see how this will go together, and it immediately is like, no. Okay, I like this. These are, like, it's tough to see here. This is a hat that, like, a Robin Hood character would wear, and it's having me use them as leaves. I like that. I think that's a clever use of pieces. Because if you didn't know, you would never look at this and go, oh yeah, that's just some hats stuck together. Wow, okay, this one was like real tiny. How I did it. It's gonna bug me. Like, it doesn't matter, it would still work the way I did it, it's gonna bug me that it doesn't match up. But I fixed it. Easy enough. And now it matches up. Okay. Next few things. These, this piece, and this axle rod. Like so. Alright, yeah, that works. That's it. Okay, that's interesting. Sometimes these things, like, it puts like little tidbits of information in here for you, and like this one says, there are approximately 10,000 types of succulents that you can grow. The fun Lego succulents are a great way to start your collection. Sure. Okay. Trying to put this where you guys can see it. There's the next one. So that's the one we just finished. Ooh, this one's gonna be pretty. This is gonna be the one using these big purple pieces here. Next little set of corners. Brown piece with a topper in the center. Okay. So we've got this. Oh my. Just watching the instructions. Things are gonna get wacky here in a second. Flip it over again. You get a little hat. And now it starts to get wacky. It wants me to make 4 of these little plates. Then go in here like so. Let's do another. Plants for my mother. Alright, 2 more. Alright, 1 more. And then we'll be doing these big purple bits. So that'll be interesting to see. Alright, so now we've got this thing. Well, they're purple. Okay. I was like, where is this piece it's asking me for? It looks brown on here, but it is very much purple. Wants me to like rotate them. Interesting. Okay. So it's kind of tough to see, but they are like at an angle. It's very pretty though. Now, I'm going to do 4 more, but with the green ones. Bumped my cup there. And 4. right. Why are you so low? That's actually really kind of pretty. So there we have it. This one also gets one in the base. Let's try and rearrange these. I'll set it there so it's in the spotlight, because we just finished that one. And now, onto our last one of these three. Okay. These are the last of these pieces once again for the potters. Harry Potter, the boy who lived, come to die. Alright, actually need this one. Oh, not doing that yet. Take that back. I like that even the base, like the innards of this cactus that we're going to be making, looks like a cactus. That makes me happy. Okay. We're going to be doing 4 of these, huh? Go ahead and start prepping all 4. These little cactus bits, like the spines on the cactus, are actually kind of just a good idea for that. Like, I think it works. There's one. There's 2. On to number 3. And one last one. Pretty easy, chat. I constantly look up and feel like, oh, I'm out of frame. You guys can't see my face. And I forgot. I put a face cam on. That was the point of that. I want you guys to be able to see me when I talk and not just see my hands going and my chest. Alright, so now that I've finished these, they attach onto here, quite like so. And there we have our cactus, the base of our cactus so far. Goes straight on. Okay, 1, 2 of you. And then each side of you is going to get one of these. And 4. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Oh, that click. Watching it go flush, hearing it click into place. Very nice. Okay. And we do 2 more. At an angle. And we do these on those ones too. And our last one. Wow, now all the pieces we have left are pretty much pink. There's a little bit of orange in there as well. Alright. So now we're going to be making 8 of a thing. Not quite. Almost had it. Eight of these. There's 1. 2. 3. 4. Five. 6. Seven and 8. All right, and these are going to connect. As such. It's actually a really interesting, clever way to do this. And 8. Okay, so we have the top part of our cactus now, which just has a little bit more to add. Let's do it this way. And that's it. A moon cactus. The moon cactus glows red because it lacks chlorophyll and must be grafted onto other cacti for it to grow. Then we connect our 3 that we just made. And we're gonna add 2 more connector pegs onto the backs of these ones. And is this right? Well, it doesn't say to do that yet. So I won't. I'm not going to connect those 3. But I will rotate these around so that you guys can get a view of our 3 new ones. Chat. There we go. They're just going to sit there in the corner now. I had a lot of extra pieces from that one, honestly. All things considered. We are on to the final book 3. All these little green pods. I'm gonna try and separate those right now because I can see these getting out of hand real quick. They like these little, they're almost like eggs. They just roll so easily. Oh, this is gonna lead me to sorting. Can I just separate the eggs? I realize I'm hiding all these eggs behind the succulents that I've got on display. But you're not missing much, chat. They're just, you'll see them. You'll see them when we're building. They're just little eggs. Oh, and there's not an even number of them. Like that. Okay. I say even number. There's not a number divisible by 3. Alright, since I'm already doing this, let's go ahead and just sort out the rest of these pieces at least. It's like we know each one of our things will take 4 of these corners. And 8 of these connectors. And then I'll just open that up a little bit more. Spread it out a little. Drop these pieces over here. And we got our second little bag that was inside one of the larger bags to empty out. Don't want to lose that piece. Okay. So this starts off, and we build our wall. The first of the last of our potters. Is done. Interesting. Looks like we're building the smallest of the 3 first. A little pink flower. Just right on top there. Yep, that's exactly what we're doing. That just goes just right on there, okay? And then these just connect right to it. Well, this one certainly was short and sweet. The Ball Cactus. cacti, including the ball cactus, can live from 10 to 200 years. Holy moly. And they bet that Lego succulents can beat that record. I wonder why they would bet that. So there's the ball cacti. This one starts off the exact same. Like, the exact same. Alright. We're already on to plant number 2. One of these. Put another one on top. And another one on top. It all off with another one of those things that we started with. There we go. And that just sits right in there. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't know why I don't like the way this plant looks. The plant that we are going to be working on, I don't much care for it. It's gonna use the eggs. Just little pods. Oh boy, doing more. I just don't like these things. Oh, and there's so many. I saw you trying to roll away. Okay. So that's that thing. Oh boy, we're doing more. third one. Do-do-do. Let's add a fourth one. Do-do-do-do. Each of these gets a little thing in it. I don't know why. I don't like the little pods. Not a fan. Alright. Only 2 more of these left, and then we get to add all the pods. The parts that I don't care for. There's one row. Two row. Three. And 4. Okay. And of course it does. The last 5 just go on the very top here. One, 2, 3, 4, and the last little pod, 5. Then just plop that on the top. But hey, that's our next little plant. Just gonna move the ball cactus, move it over here where you guys can still kind of see it, and leave the pod cactus, the burro's tail. Burro's tail, or the donkey tail, is a tropical plant native to Mexico and Central America. Doesn't mean I like it. Okay, this is our last one. Here it is. I think this one looks really pretty too. It's a lot of like maroons. And here we go for the last of our border pieces. And corners, 2, 3, 4. Get the walls up, and then the corner walls, and the rest of the pieces now will be our plant proper. And sixth one of these here. Very nice, very nice. Well now. There we go. It's like, how am I missing a piece that I'm just not seeing? Okay, so this set is going to be using these really tiny Lego guns, which is clever. All right. So for now, the centerpiece is just about done. Now I need to make a bunch of these petals. I guess they are, aren't they? I need 12 of these little round bits to be fully marked out. 4, 5, 6. Oh, almost knocked my box off there. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then I can go ahead and make the other 5 of the centerpieces. So that's 2. 3. 4. 5, and the last one. brown bits to either side. And it gives us a petal with a green bit at the bottom that will then attach to one of the Lego guns. So 1, 2, green bit at the bottom, attached to a Lego gun. All right. And we are almost done with the base of this flower. Just got one more petal to assemble. And there it is. The base of the flower is complete. Let's give you guys a look. And then we attach. There we go. Very nice. Alright, gotta make 4 of these little bits here. Maybe smaller interior petals, it looks like. Yeah. 3 and 4. And this just connects on here, yeah. Nope, 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 not quite like that. There we go. These fold in. And the last bit, it looks like, is just a simple We're almost done with the succulents now. This wants me to go ahead and attach this like so. Perfect. Then we add this piece, this piece. Oh, lovely. All right. And we get one more peg there. This one connects. So here's our finished flower, by the way. Very nice. Peg connect. Peg connect. And then it does say connect like this. These three tall ones seem to not want to sit next to each other real well. It has knocked a spine off of the cactus with the... Come on. Why won't you go on there? Who hurt you? What has happened? What am I missing here? What's going on? Hold on. All right. And there is our succulent arrangement. Nice and pretty. And ready for Mom on Mother's Day. So now I can set this right there. Yep. That was all 3 books. So, those will go back in there. Actually, let's put these back in their little sleeve here. So as to better take care of it. Now, real quick, I need to get one of my extra piece bags. Because this one had a lot of extra pieces. Second one later. Please, just go back in. All right. So, what I use to hold extra pieces, and I mentioned this in some other videos, are called team bags. You can go and get these at most places that sell trading cards, whether it's your local game store or like a Walmart. They are made for like sports trading cards, so that whenever you have like a full team roster, you could slip the whole team into one resealable pouch and keep all of your sets saved. It's also, they're a great way to package cards, trading cards for shipping. If you are doing a homemade cube for drafting for things like Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or any other card game you want to draft in, you can draft and then reseal booster packs, essentially, by putting them in these and counting this as a booster pack. But it just basically has like a little peel-off strip, and then you fold it over and press where the strip was, which has an adhesive, to seal it shut. And so now, here are all my extra pieces for the succulents, which I then just drop back into the box with the rest of the succulent stuff, the instructions and whatnot. Alright, looks like we've been going for about almost 2 hours. And we still have left probably what I would think is the most visually impressive Lego Botanical set to date, which is the orchids. So let me try and get everything out of the box here, and then I will put the box up to display for you guys. That does not show very well. Let's see, can I can almost do that, but it's gonna want to fall over. How can I show this off? Nope, that's not gonna work. Okay, maybe, you know what? No box. No box for this one. I can't get the box to display very well. But this is the Orchid Set. I'm sorry. Okay, as I say, is this like, it says on the content, like, booklet available in English on, and it's got a QR code. And I was like, is this book not in English? It very much is in English. Something that I really like that they've been doing with these more, I'm gonna call them adult Lego sets, because they're geared for a more aged audience. I can't think of a way to say that. It doesn't sound like it's like a naughty Lego set. But they got like little bits of information. So like this one talks about the team that designed it. It talks about the history of orchids. It talks about different ways you can build the plant. Like, it actually shows, like, there's different instructions for how to build it for 3 different arrangements of an orchid, which is, it's very nice. That's actually really, really cool. It comes in multiple languages. It looks like French and Spanish, as well as English. And then here's an ad for the rest of the botanical collection, which is the flower bouquet up here, the birds of paradise here, then we've got a bonsai tree, and the succulents that we just did. Now, the sunflowers aren't considered part of the botanical collection, but neither are the roses or the tulips, but they all kind of fit in very nicely with each other, so I consider them part of the botanical, but it's not, technically, and I get that. I should have put my other tool. Oh well. Let's get started. Ooh. Listen to that click. I like that. Sorry to anybody there if you guys don't like that kind of noise, but that's it's very satisfying to me. So some of the smaller botanical plants, the succulents you just saw, the bouquet, in my opinion, are very basic, but the more specific flowers, the bonsai tree, the bird of paradise, and the orchids, have much more complex builds that I believe are more entertaining to watch. So this should be a bit more entertaining for you guys. So the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be building the base pot for the plants. Which, when you did the bird of paradise, it also had a pot. Was real happy about that because the bouquet does not come with a pot. They recommend just putting it in a regular vase. A vase. I actually bought on Amazon a knockoff Lego, don't tell Lego, vase that just uses very similar print pieces. There's a few that I don't think I've ever seen before, but I know a lot of those I have, and I supplemented it with some other Lego pieces to essentially just give it a better foundation because it was not very well built. Like a whole nother separate piece thing here. I like it. Just fantastic. But I did build that. The ones that I gave to my mother, we just put in a clear glass vase, and I actually ordered something like 500 clear blue just small circle pieces that we put into the vase to act as Lego water, and it looks really good. She currently has it on display, and people talk about it. People ask about it. They say like, oh, that's neat. I've seen family talk about it at like family parties where they come over and they'll notice like, oh, this is not real flowers. Which, I mean, once you're pretty close to it, you can look at it and go, oh yeah, this is definitely not real flowers. But from a distance, you probably look at it and be like, well, that's pretty. And then be like, oh wait, there's something off about that. And then I think for Mother's Day, not last year, but 2 years ago, I got my mom a oh gosh, what is it called? It's called a Eternity Rose. That it's a it's a rose that's designed to last a year. Like it just doesn't wilt or go bad. It's dipped in a very fine layer of wax, and then it's scented as well. So at any point in the year, my mom had this little rose that she could... Basically, it was like in a... Not like a... Kind of like a jewelry box, I guess. It was kind of like in a jewelry box that she could have like a little cabinet drawer she could slide out, and the top she could lift off and smell the rose. And it lasted much longer than a year. Those are a fantastic gift idea. They're a little pricey, but again, it lasts well over a year. You don't have to water it. You don't have to take care of it. It's not like a rose on a stem. It's just the flower bud. They come in all sorts of different colors. They're absolutely just stunning. So I can't recommend those enough. Anybody looking to try and get a Mother's Day gift idea. But again, you're a little late for that. If you're watching this video on YouTube, you're far too late for that. If you're watching this video live, you would not have it shipped in time because they are ordered online. Speaking of which, if you wanted to get these Lego sets for your mother and try and build them, they are kind of hard to come by. I got really lucky that the local Lego store near me had the Orchid in stock. And I mean, like, I called them and I was like, hey, it says online that you guys have the Orchid in stock. The Lego website's sold out, but it says your store has them in stock. Do you have them in stock? And they were like, yeah, we have it. And I was like, cool, can you hold it for me? And they were like, nope, it's a new product. So we can't hold new product. And I was like, I completely understand that. Yeah, I've worked in retail, I get it. There's limitations. And I was like, how many do you have in stock? And they were like, we've got like 5 or so. And I was like, that's pretty good. Okay, I might still be able to get this. And they were like, yeah, if you can make it here in like the next 30 minutes or so, because we're about to get a big crowd of people from people getting off work and such. But if you can make it here in like the next 30 minutes or so, we should definitely be able to have one for you. And I was like, I am an hour away. But the Lego store is... The way that the Lego store works, they actually aren't... They don't try to get sales. Like, that's not... Well, I say that. That's not entirely true. They don't try to push sales in their store. If you have to go to another store and buy a Lego set, they're selling a Lego set. And that's what they want. They want a happy customer rather than their singular store to look good. And so I've had people in Lego stores recommend me to like all sorts of different places. The succulents, like I said, they didn't have those at the Lego store. I got that at a Kohl's. I didn't even think to look for Legos at Kohl's. Like, I would have thought Target, Walmart, Best Buy has Lego sets. But I would never have thought Kohl's. But sure enough, they have Lego sets, and they've got some of the, like, actually kind of tougher to find ones. So, hit up your local Kohl's. Check online. I ordered this one online, and it was ready to pick up same day. Oh, these are... Okay. It's supposed to be slightly staggered, yeah? Interesting. So now this is going to lock these ones in place. Nope, I just need the one. And an orange. What did I do wrong? What am I looking at? How's this wrong? Because this is gonna bug me. Like I said, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to these things. Right, okay. I see what it is. There we go. No? Wait. Yes. Alright. So yeah, if you're looking for these and you're watching this on YouTube, you're running out of time. If you're watching this on Twitch, go to Kohl's. Go look at Kohl's. Look at your local Lego store if you've got one. Just give it a shot, because you never know, you know? I honestly, I didn't think I had a chance of these. But I managed to snag them both. And I think this will make a very good Mother's Day gift. That being said, this is not the only gift I've got my mother for Mother's Day. But I do know that my mother tries to watch my streams sometimes, so I'm not going to give away all my secrets. I do like that they have these, like, the bars that I'm putting these pieces onto are color-coded. So it's like, okay, the yellow, like where the yellow bricks are on the side. Let's see here, let me give you a better view. The orange bricks lead to the orange bar. You kind of see, like, the teal bricks lead to the teal bar. And then there's yellow and gray, which will go with yellow bars and gray bars. And we are almost done with the pot, it seems. Boy, this is a smaller base than I thought it would be. Okay, what's next? Three of these. Interesting. I was looking and I was like, does this want me to put multiple of these bricks on top of each other? Nope, it wants me to lay them out in a pattern. These round bricks make a square. And then, yep, that goes on top like that. This piece goes down the center. Oh boy, yeah, that just holds everything together. Very nice. And it looks like we had one extra piece at the end of all of that. Well, that's not too bad. I'll go ahead and put that in the extra piece bag here. with one of our extra tools, because we will not be using it because we have another one. And onto bag 2, which there's only, what, 4 bags on this one, it said? Yeah, there's only 4 bags, so this will finish off the vase, and we will be halfway done. And boy, that is just a lot of blue. I love this blue, though. This is easily, I think, my favorite color. This, like, gray blue. Alright, so for this, we're going to want... Oh, okay. Wow. What is the... Oh. I was like, what is the difference here? What is this asking me for? Because it wants me to do 2 of these. Oh, I'm a step ahead. My bad. My bad. Alright, first things first, we've got to put 32 of these little red stud rods into this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. Oh. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Now we do 16 more at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. This is one extra that I'm sure will probably not get used. And then 16 of these pieces along the middle. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Halfway done. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and lastly, 16. Okay, so now we've got a little bit of like a set of squares we can connect off of. And it says our first one is going to go here. And the bottom will go here. Is that right? Sticks that far out over? Yeah, I guess it does. Okay. So, we did 1. Now it wants us to make 30 more. And once again, this is part where it's like, this is just repetitive. So let's go ahead and do it. Just get it done. 3, 4. But it looks like that's what this entire bag is just this step. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and assemble. Like, I'll do 10 at a time, because, like, this is just gonna be super monotonous if I don't do something. So that's 1, 2. And then let's do over here. 1, 2. Oh, that's gonna look so good. One, 2. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And our 10th. Let's go ahead and do the last of the sets I started to do over here. 4. And now we've got a decent sized chunk of 1 finished. Alright, so like this is now what the exterior will look like. It's looking very good, actually. Like I do really like this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The big pieces in the back, the little pieces in the front, and we're ready to go. For the last 10. 1, 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Ooh, we're gonna do it. One of my favorite things about Lego sets, 9, is when you're building from a set bag, 10, and you have exactly as many pieces as you need. Like, not a single extra piece in the set. yeah, it just feels so nice. Also, this just has a really good texture to it. I'm really liking this. The Birds of Paradise also had a like a vase that you built for it, but I think I like this one better. Like I said, I love the color. It's my favorite color. And then the texture on it, it's not like the smooth texture of a Lego usually is. It's a little coarser, a little rougher. But there's our vase. And that was bag 2. On to bag 3. Oh, I guess, I can't say that. We had one extra piece. My bad. It wasn't quite exactsies. Alright, so here's bag 3. That's got 2 smaller little bags in it as well. Some more vine-like pieces. Alright. It's actually gonna be building right off of this, huh? 1, 2, and... where's my 3rd? Here we go. 3. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gets attached to the bottom, and this goes right here, huh? Okay. And those lean in. Interesting. Oh, and you lean way over here. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Pick on both sides. Another there. Our last yellow rod. Bug, what are you doing? Where did the bug go? Alright, well, bug has escaped. Go. Pull all these angle pieces off to the side because, like, I'm looking for straights and I keep finding the angles. Alright. One on top of that. There was bug. Got it. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So these pieces are going to act like support rods, which is interesting. You don't see that very often. This is also like very hard to situate. Okay, now that I've done that well enough, I need 1, 2. And then these go there and there. Ooh. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. Oh, I like that a lot. Okay. Next we get these tentacly looking vines. Next to them, all right, one more of these. All right, looks good. I like that. Oh, big curvy piece now. Okay. Interesting. It uses a lot of these curving pieces to like get just subtle bends in it. I like that. It's tough to see. I might have to raise my other camera a bit, but it's trying to see if I can get a good way to show you guys. But like, there's the stem plant coming out now. Let me see if I can raise my webcam a bit so you guys can see more of that. Alright, so we're going to raise this up a bit and kind of dim That'll give us a little bit less glare. Alright. Still don't have to worry about it cutting off my face, because again, that's not what we're focused on. We're focused on the plant. Now... Oh, that turned that light off entirely, actually. I don't want that. Oh. There we go. Low light setting. Okay. So now... the amount of detail on this is just phenomenal. Okay. I see it. I got it. How can I rotate this around? I can't really. I'm gonna set this over here then. Oh, well, then my webcam's in the way. Rotate this around there. There we go. Oh, that's not right. There we go. Okay. There's that, there's that. We got another little, like one of these like little cream puff looking pieces that's a bud. We're almost out of straight pieces. And this one connects down here. Alright, so now we've got our two little vine pieces coming out. And we're gonna go straight into another one. This one's getting another little bud at the end. And then our first connector. Sneak back. Straight piece. Connector. Little curl. Final straight piece. this? No. Like this. Wait. Hold on. When did I miss that? Oh, looks like I missed something ages ago. I did. Okay. Alright, well. This is easy enough to fix. There we go. One of you here, and one of you here. Now, well, is that right? Yep, okay. So there's another. And more we go. It looks like we'll have at least one more. No, I say that. These might just be extra pieces, now that I'm looking at it. It's a lot of extra pieces, though. We might have one more. No, because we don't have enough red pegs. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm trying to figure this out, and it's just like, nothing about this is making sense to have one more. Alright, we need one more of those. 3. That's the end of that. And then this just goes like that. Okay. We did have one more. I wasn't insane. There we go. I was missing a piece that I was like, that doesn't make sense to have it. We have that piece. It does make sense to have it. And we've got just enough that this should all work out. Okay. Yep. And you. Two. Go on this. Alright. So I know that's kind of hard to see, but it's very much like a smorgasbord of plant life there. Oh boy. Alright. What is this now? There's one. So like locking it all in place, I guess. Two. And a third. This one. Alright. Well, that wasn't too bad. Now we make big leaves. So leaf bits. Big leaf one. Nope, not quite. Come on, there we go. And this one over here. Put this at the tip. Just to hold it together. Big leaf number 2. Okay. Alright, just some big leaves. I'll turn this around for you guys to see. Just some big leaves. And speaking of, here's another big leaf. Alright. Okay, there we go. Another big leaf. Big leaf. Big leaf. And that is that. Alright. And so there we go. We've got big leaf vine. And a lot of extra pieces on that one, which I can actually see. One of these, I can just put this like wherever, right? Where do I want to put it? I like out here on this one. I just have extras. I can do with it what I want. I'm gonna do that. The rest of these will go into the extra parts bag. And we move on to the final bag of the stream. Okay, I hate that, but sure. So there's a little fun fact thing, again, because these Lego sets like to do that. It tells me that the small orchid blossoms, which I'm holding one in my hand right now, are actually the Demogorgon head from the Lego Stranger Things set, just repainted. I hate it. Thanks. Speaking of, there's one. It wants us to assemble 2 of them. And there is 2. Alright, so one goes here. The other goes here. Okay. And onward we go to making 6 blossoms, huh? I guess let's do 6 of that step. If we're going to be doing 6 of these, I might as well just go ahead and knock all of them out. One of the nice parts about making multiples of things is as you're doing it, you get so used to like the parts about it that it just kind of, you don't even have to look at the instructions. You're like, yep, this goes here, then these, add this, move on. This will be number 4. Here we go for number 5. And this will actually be the last of our big white petals. Well, the big white ones. Nope, not yet. Not yet. I need you. And since this is our last one, I will just start with it on the next part. Here. Yeah, I'll just do this on all of these. Because it looks like the next one is going to be a bunch of small bits. Alright, I know the plant's in the way and you guys can't really see this. I'll move the plant here in just a second. Let me just set this off to the side so that you guys can kind of see all these little things I'm making. And the last one. Oh hey, we got little frogs. These were in the, let me see if I can do a good view for you guys. See these little frogs here? These were in the, what's it called? The bonsai tree set as, cherry blossom petals. Alright. Forks? Oh, yep, these are forks. Okay. So we have these little forks here. It's tough to see the detail on it, but it is like a little fork. And these are going to slide into these blank shields. It's not very snug, but I see how it works. This has been a very interesting build for sure. And I'm almost a little sad that it's almost done. Yeah, let's go ahead and attach these. Alright, so there's our first one. I know for a while there was a very popular off-brand Orchid Set on like Amazon that people were buying before this one came out. And I've seen it. It's not bad, like by any means. It's very nice. It's not structurally stable. Like, I know someone who has it, and you have to be very gentle with assembling it, placing it, displaying it. It's kind of top heavy. It's just not. They did it to do it, and not really put a lot of thought into it. Like the designers of it, they were like, oh, this is something people want. Let's get it out there. And it doesn't have the quality or care that Lego sets usually have. It's pretty, but it's lacking. Alright, so we're halfway done with this step, and then we've got like 2 more steps to go on it. Which, I mean, one of the steps is add a frog, the other step is like another, just a little build that I only need 1 of for each one, so I'll do 6 of those. Alright, here's our 4th one down. Right. The penultimate set of blossom leaves is done. One more. Set of 3. And here we go. Alright. Let's get this little piece in here. Let's get this last one on there. And let's attach it. There's 1, 2, and 3. So now let's make the next part. Next part is fairly easy. The next part we're making is this times 6. Here's 2. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. And last but not least is 6. So now we will take this, apply that, apply frog, and we have an orchid. So apply this. Apply frog, orchid. Apply this. Apply frog, orchid. Apply that. Apply frog, orchid. 2 more. Frog, orchid. Last one. Whoop. That's frog. Now we gotta put all these on. So that'll be where the first one goes. This one, so that can go there. That extra piece that I was like, oh, it's an extra piece, I can just put this here. I cannot, because an orchid bloom goes there. And then that means that our last two will go. See if I can get these. Angled a little better. There's one. And there's two. Orchids. And we're not quite done yet. I've got a few more small things to make. Just little small additions. I'm sorry. Where are you telling me? These just sit there? These just sit in there. They just sit in there. And then, so these were extra pieces. It says 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. Mix all these up, and then these brown pieces are mulch. Because orchids grow in mulch. And there we have it. That is the orchids. And once again, I will seal away the extra pieces. And back in the box this lot goes. Alright, so there we have it. We've got our orchids. We've got our succulents. And we've got our sunflowers, all ready for Mother's Day. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Thanks for coming out for this. Thanks for hanging out and having a good time. And I'm going to start kind of... let me see if I can arrange this a little better. But I'm about to start prepping to get this stuff presented for Mother's Day. I like the little extra touch of these vines here. It is a nice little touch, the brown vines coming out. I don't know how well you can see that, you guys, but yeah, okay. I'm gonna start getting this all ready for Mother's Day and enjoying my time out. So, and thanks again, you guys, for coming out. And for you people on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, YouTube.